Alright, this is the Steris Amsco 444 washer, and we are currently leveling the rack holder for the rack. What's happening is the rack's going in and it's hitting this bottom bushing right here. So what you have to do is actually adjust this. So these are 9/16 nuts, washers, and underneath is another 9/16 nut and washer. So first thing you gotta do is open both doors. So that's simple. All you do is turn the thing off, hold the print button, turn it back on, keep holding the print button until you get to the password. The password is the last 4 digits of the serial number transposed in blocks of 2. Sounds like a lot, right? It's not that big a deal. But the last 4 of the serial number on here, as you'll see on this printout, I'm covering all of it because it's none of your business, 7001. So the password is 0170. Does that make sense? 01 and then 70. Okay? My display is not doing this. It's just a weird thing with the camera. Anyway, so I'm going to go into calibrate, tests, input, blah, blah, blah. You get down here, and this is load door, unload door. And you just push up on each one. Use the arrows to go back and forth, and up to open them. So when they're capitals, it's activated. If they're lowercase, it's not activated. Anyway, so then you get the rack out, and then you got to measure it. So, well, first thing you want to do is figure where the height's supposed to be. So you just take off these 4 nuts. These are 9/16. I'm just using a Milwaukee impact drill with a 9/16 deep socket. Can't get to this one obviously because these 2 spray heads are right here. So there comes in the 9/16 ratchet wrench. Alright, but everybody else you can get it on there. So you pull those off, pick this up, and you can start adjusting the nut there. Get an idea of where the clearance is going to be. Put your rack back in and look where it passes this. I literally just held it up with a pair of deep, long needle nose. Once it looked like it was good, figured out where it was, and then started using my finger to bring the nut down here up. Put it back down, figured out a good spot, and then pull out the level to make sure you're level from that adjusted one everywhere, okay? So I brought up the second side with the level on, got it to where it looked good, tightened down these nuts because it may move a little bit, made sure that I was still level and still clearing this. You don't want to be too high up because the water has to shoot through here into the bottom of this right here. And the closer it is, the better the seal. But you also don't want to hit this as you're going in and break that bushing. So this is raised up a little bit, and that could just be that it's worn. I don't know, whatever. This is a really, really old 444 4-shelf rack they've got here with the amber instead of white fittings. Alright, well that's fun. Now we have noise. Great. Anyway, I've already done 3 before I started this video, sorry. So I'm doing the 4th one with you, okay? So here's my level. Everybody's good. I'm good here. I'm good here. So obviously, these 2 measurements, I gotta bring this up. I'll show you on this. So, and both doors are open, so you don't have to go that far. See here, I'm just using needle nose to pick it up. Just make it easier to hold in place, and then I can move that nut. Now, I've gotten lucky. These nuts happen to be just hand tight, so I can use a finger to move them around. Counterclockwise, in case you don't know, to bring it up. But seriously, this stage of your career, this age that you are, you should know that already. Alright. Bring it up. I mean, I didn't have to go that far to be level, so let's not go nuts. Let's look at our level here. We're almost there. Let's keep going. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, why don't I just use tape measure everything where I need it, blah, blah, blah. It's a great idea, except who's to say your entire washer is level? I didn't install this. I'm not about to go crazy and level the entire unit if it's not causing any issues right now, because the customer is going to pay for that. You work in a hospital and you got nothing to do on a weekend. Hey, feel free to go. Knock yourself out. Almost perfect. Let's go a little bit more. Now we can just start doing like okay. A wee bit more. I'd call that pretty awesome. Okay? Now, we're just gonna put the original nut, or the top nut, back on. La-di-da-di-da. La-di-da-di-da. Alright, so now everybody's on, everybody's level. Had some problems with that fourth bolt. It's chewed up, and I'm not about to try to get a bandsaw or a threaded bolt cutter in there. I don't have any tapping dies on me, so we're just gonna live with it for right now. Do it later. So let's get the rack back in and check to make sure everything's good. So, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Slides in nice and smooth on both sides. We have clearance. Clearance is minimal. So now, next thing, we're gonna test this bad boy. Make sure there's no debris left in here. All right, good. Let's close the doors. Boom. Boom. All right. Let's fill this thing with water. Cold water. Check. Water be flowing. See it. Here, crap. Okay, now you should be able to hear it. All right, where is it? See it anywhere? Anyway, I can't see. Anyway, so pretty much it's going to fill up the sump. So the way this thing works, in case you didn't know, we fill up the sump, and that water goes through a recirculation pump, up over, slams through the rack. Okay. Control cabinet, if you've never seen it before. That back there, that big boy, gray ball door pump over there is your recirculation pump. That's what everything goes through. This is a very poorly, looking machine. Not maintained at all. Wasn't us. Who was it? Getting it, I believe, was the service company. And why would they care about Steris products? So this thing just sat here and rotted. We've got some leaks, as they mentioned. We'll not be looking into that today. It's not the Steris thing. Alright, so water's now pouring into the floor drain because we're over full. Turn off that. Let's do low speed first. Low speed. Spray arms are moving. Hard to see, but turn off low speed. Next up, high speed. HS for high speed. And we're moving. Tried to tell the camera, sorry, but we're definitely moving. Just that white line spraying there until it comes back around. Anyway, all 5 spray arms are moving. Top chamber, bottom chamber, run the route. Alright, turn it off. Look in the top cabinet, show you stuff. So fucking annoying that part, man. Anyway, as long as we're in here, we'll just clean this lens off. This is just the cabinet light so they can see what's going on inside. Yes, I could have turned that on. I don't think it's in there. Oh, is it? Yeah, there is LT. Look light, ha. I could have done that. Alright, let's see better now. Low speed. We're moving slowly. Alright. This is a bit of maintenance, cleaning off this lens. This is a bit of maintenance. Speaking of maintenance, see that guy up there? Dun, 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 dun. This is your moisture trap for the air system. Has not been bled. We're going to bleed that right. Okay. So it's done now. You just grab a rag. Push this needle in down here in the bottom. Sorry, it's hard to see. There we go. Little needle valve. And that just opens it. So use a rag so I don't have water spraying everywhere in here and all over me. That's it. All this insulation is fucked. See this corrosion. It's because they had a bunch of water leaks from the door. We replaced those last year. And no more leaks up here, which is good. I mean, there were. You can see it right now. No water leaks. We're solid. So that's it in a nutshell. That is adjusting the rack slider I can't think of the word. You know what it is.